legislature is now in session at the Colorado State Capitol. Lawmakers are tackling issues from housing to artificial intelligence, all under a strained budget. Thank you for joining us. For Denver 7 News at 5, I'm Micah Smith.
And I'm Jessica Porter. We're staying committed to tracking lawmakers' top priorities over the next 120 days. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon is at the Capitol tonight, breaking down day one. So Colette, the first day of the session is always an exciting time before the work really begins.
That's right. One lawmaker comparing it to the feeling you'd get when you come back to school after summer break. There's a buzz in the air and excitement for what's to come, despite that looming reality of a roughly $850 million budget deficit lawmakers will have to sort through. With the bang of a gavel and traditions in both chambers, congratulations. Colorado lawmakers are officially back to work.
Welcome to the opening day of the second regular session of the 75th General Assembly.
There's pomp and circumstance, words and wisdom.
Let us meet this moment with purpose and resolve.
As the two parties make promises.
Civil rights are not to be played with. We won't shove our immigrant and LGBTQ neighbors back into the shadows.
And draw lines in the sand.
The Democrats are going to continually throughout this session try to scapegoat their mismanagement of the state government and put it on the Trump administration, but they've been mismanaging it for years now.
There's also a push to bring down the intensity of partisan politics, with local leaders pointing to the violence we've seen as a country.
Last June, I saw with horror and a deep sadness as my friend, former Speaker Melissa Hortman, and her husband Mark were shot and killed in their home.
With Democrat majorities in both the House and the Senate once again, Republican leaders are considering new strategies this session.
I do appreciate the efforts with them to try to lower that temperature, but we need to be clear. There's a difference between fighting on policy and raising the temperature or fighting on a personal level.
From the minority perspective, we got to think about our, how do we engage potentially differently? Because we've not, like it's been 5 straight years in my tenure of largely just playing defense.
The first bill introduced in the House is spearheaded solely by Democrats and called the Home Act.
What this bill does is it equips the folks already doing this work on the ground, our public housing authorities, nonprofits like Habitat, our school districts, public schools and universities, our transit agencies, to utilize land they already own to build housing that people need.
What do you think the biggest challenge or obstacle will be facing this bill?
I think, it always remains a conversation to have about how we partner with other entities, certainly local governments as well.
With a bang, the session has begun.
Lead with laughter, lead with compassion, lead with love, assume the best of each other and in each other.
And we'll see just how long that sentiment lasts. This is the last session as well, with Colorado Governor Jared Polis in his current position, and something a little bit unusual happening today on the House floor. Lawmakers from very different viewpoints coming together to move to strike something in a resolution sent over by the Senate that's really standard, just sets the date and time of the State address tomorrow. In that resolution, it references the governor as His Excellency. Those lawmakers voted today to remove His Excellency and call him honorable instead, referencing those No Kings rallies we've seen within the last year.
And Colette, that's quite the precursor to Polis's final State of the State address tomorrow.
It really is, and we have a one-on-one interview planned with the governor tomorrow. I have a number of questions I want to ask him, but I also want to know if you have any questions you think I should be asking the governor. If so, you can scan that QR code that should be there on the bottom of your screen to get in touch with me, or send me an email. My email is colette.bordelon@denver7.com. You can send me questions for Governor Polis or about anything happening here in the Capitol over this session. Live in the Capitol, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Thank you, Colette.